Hi everyone, my name is Jason from shishaintheuk.co.uk and the Sampling Room, bringing you another episode of the Sampling Room. Today, it's a bit of a pipe chat really. Today I am attempting to smoke my new, if it'll focus, Peterson. A lovely pipe this. It's relatively new out, probably about a year or so since release, I think. It's the code on the bottom is Clontarf, so CLONTARF X12, but you probably won't be able to see that. Lovely pipe, perfect to hold in the hand like that. It's a filtered 9mm pipe, and I'm smoking some MacBaren HH Latakia Flake. Check the mic here. So yeah, and also I'm having a little beer tonight. It's a nice looking ale. It's one I actually got with my Beer 52 subscription that I have. It's from Browerage, and it's I don't know what on earth that says. I'm just going to show you the bottle, if you can read it. It's an amber ale. Lord knows what that actually says. No idea where it's from or anything. I don't read the leaflets normally. It's alright beer. It's a little bit boring, but it does go well with this quite well. It's a typical malty but silky tasting mild or brown ale. It's not too bad, although the tobacco is ridiculously dry. It's not normally, but it's quite old, and it's been in one of the Kilner style jars for a while. Probably about a year and a half it's been there. I haven't really touched it. It's not too bad though still. It's lost a little bit of its taste because normally the HH Latakia Flake, it's quite, you can have a little bit of a tongue bite to it actually. Even though it's a Latakia Flake, I tend to find it has a bit of a tongue bite. But it's still quite tasty. This one doesn't have any tongue bite obviously anymore because it's so dry. For all you in the UK, obviously you're feeling a bit of a cold bite at the moment. For all you in Sweden, well, you're probably calling us wimps. But we're feeling the cold a little bit because we haven't had much cold for a while. But it's actually quite cold now, hence the old dressing gown. So that's why I thought I'd go with a bit of Latakia Flake, keep warm and everything. It's always nice to have some kind of Latakia Flake when it's cold outside. Many beer festivals coming up, and I've had quite a few already. Got another one coming up next weekend. I had one last weekend and one a couple of weeks before that. It's always good to have a beer festival in winter. It's nice strong winter ales. It's also good in the summer when you're outside, you're having a few beers in the sunshine as well. This weekend is, I don't know if anyone really cares, obviously unless you're watching the Winter Olympics or anything. Obviously you're probably preoccupied with that. Or the Six Nations, which has been pretty good, except from Scotland absolutely mullered England last weekend. First time in a while. So touche to Scotland. See, unlike football fans, the rugby players tend to get on even when they lose. Don't like losing, but touche. Hopefully still win the Six Nations though, England will. But this weekend though was the Oscars, which I don't really know if I've mentioned it in many of my other videos, but I am a massive movie buff. I love my movies. And I do keep up to date with the award ceremonies and whatnot. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. You just sometimes might watch it and you go, fannies, you know, or something like that, but I love it. I love that type of thing. Even though I watched the BAFTAs the other weekend, didn't really agree with many of the results, I will have to admit. But still, enjoyed it though. Got a couple of movies to catch up on. Kind of cheering, hopefully, either Dunkirk or Darkest Hour will win, because obviously they're two very close to my heart, because obviously Dunkirk, from Kent, so obviously that's where it was all kind of based, really, the Dunkirk operations, if you will, especially really my area. I had Darkest Hour because it's about Churchill, and I love stuff like that. I love history, and I love things about Churchill anyway, so I really hope that wins the old Oscars. Yeah, this beer isn't too bad, but honestly, if anyone actually wants to try different beers and is into their various beers, you can't go wrong with a subscription service, really. Beer 52, I mean, last couple of months haven't been great. They've been a little bit boring. They're normally pretty sound, actually, because you get beers from all different places, and you don't really normally, you know, that you wouldn't normally find. If anyone's interested in checking it out, just let me know, and I can give them like a unique beer code. They're kind of like one of those friends sharing things, and you get either a massive discount off your first box, or you get a free box or whatever, and I get a little tick on my account or whatever. So if you fancy it, let me know, I'll give you a code. Give it a little try. Has anyone else, if you could put it in the comments below, has anyone else actually got a beer subscription service? I would like to know, actually, because I wouldn't mind trying another service out as well. See what they're like. I'm quite partial to the really fancy beers, even though you end up paying a little bit more money from like Cloudwater and things like that. I do like that. And if anyone is obviously interested in craft beers and things like that, I recommend doing the Beer Mile in South London. That is really interesting. You're going down a ton of different breweries and things like that. And I did that a few weeks ago as well. That was very exciting, very good. Well, not exciting, but it's really interesting. Some cracking breweries around that way. Brew by Numbers for Pure, and they got More Beer and MOOR Beer. Very good breweries and tap houses and things like that. Absolutely brilliant. Definitely recommend it. More Beer. That's the one I went to. One of them I went to. They're pretty cool. So yeah, one thing I've noticed though, if you actually at all interested in shisha, and obviously my shisha videos that I do, I like to watch shisha videos as well. Well, actually, I like to watch all kinds of tobacco videos and whatnot on YouTube, and beer videos. But I've noticed the shisha videos just going recently. Barely anyone's actually doing them now, in comparison to what it used to be. I haven't done one for a while, so I think I've got a shisha party hopefully coming up soon. So I'll have to do a shisha video as well. Really get that going again. I miss doing that, actually. I miss watching shisha videos. Hey ho. Anyway, this tobacco, the HH Latakia Flake, it's a very creamy smoke. And obviously, if you're into Latakia, definitely try it. But this was one of my first Latakia blends I actually liked. Bit of a sod to keep lit at the moment. It's basically just burning dust, really, because it's so dry. But yeah, definitely recommend, even if you don't really like Latakia. It's one of those ones that that can kind of get you into your Latakias as well. I would recommend starting it in a maybe a filtered pipe if you've got one, because obviously if you are prone to tongue bite, well, even if you aren't prone to tongue bite, it gives you a chance to really just, you know, give it some beans and actually really get a good puff on, and to actually really taste the flavours when it gets hot and when it's cool as well. So just to protect yourself against any tongue bite, and then maybe smoke it in a non-filter after if you want to. Yeah, it's quite a creamy texture. I mean, more creamy than a lot of Latakia tobaccos actually. So yeah, it's got basically just a good blend in it. It's not overly smoky, it's just got a hint of that smoke, but it's a very unique taste. It's unlike most Latakia blends out there. It is a Cyprian Latakia, so it's not a Syrian Latakia, nothing like that. But it's kind of got a Syrian twang to it. So yeah, definitely one I would recommend to all smokers out there. Obviously not necessarily your aromatic smokers, but just to your non-aromatic smokers. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jason from Shisha in the UK and the Sampling Room, and obviously this has been an episode of the Sampling Room. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, watch out for more videos, and subscribe. You're more than welcome to share this video as well. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.